So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And the finish! And he's really put himself on the line here. Madrid with the corner, they're first. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Valverde. That has been slung wide. Good ball, good take. It's a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. That has ended up in no man's land. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Kimmich. Musiala. Oh, lovely bit of skill. So, what can they make of this? Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Ah, he's had it taken off him. Now then, the ball's come loose. Bellingham. Now it's Bellingham. And that has found him in acres of space. That has been cut short. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
This looks promising. Shot, surely! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He leaps for it! Goal! Germany! And Germany are in front. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out. Madrid are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Alexander-Arnold. And here's the chance to counter. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Valverde.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Havertz. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Goretzka!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
No, just not quite. Corner number 2 then. Howson can get it clear. Kimmich powering forward here. Very nicely done. Threads one in. Havertz is onto this. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Strokes it back. Oh, important interception.
Madrid truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now that's well seen too. Kimmich. And it's Musiala. He's having a pop! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Well timed, excellent interception. That's a little off target. Musiala. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tar gets a foot in here. Kimmich. Well read, nice interception. Tar somewhat off target. Goretzka, it's Goretzka! And that's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart.
That's it, 45 minutes up.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. And Rodrigo tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Goretzka. Musiala. And it's Kimmich. And here's Havertz. Real chance! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Germany are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Bellingham. Now, what about a counter-attack? Tar.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Valverde. No, again there's no way through. Kimmich, there he goes, motoring forward. Musiala. Good purposeful running this. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Aimed beyond the defence. Mbappe! It's what has happened here. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Madrid have their second corner now. Can he finish? He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
And it's Gnabry. Stood up well to him there. Valverde. Can he get on the end of this? And a chance! And that's a good finish. This day becomes absolutely perfect. Utterly ideal. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Tuanmax. Eder Militao cuts out the pass. And he is dashing away. Oh, good take in a good area. That has not gone well. Great vision. He's having a shot! And he's missed it. Tar is there, and he can pick it up. Goretzka distributed tidily. And that's been won straight back.
Havertz really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Madrid are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack for that matter.
Musiala. Kimmich, who does have an assist to his name. Musiala gets a good foot in there. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? He's gone for goal. Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Looking to play him in. Tuanmax. Bellingham. Now it's Bellingham. Mbappe. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
3 minutos de descuento.
And that's gone loose. And here's Mbappe. Musiala, nicely shaped ball. And he cuts out the supply. Carreras. And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim? Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. He has found the way through. Ooh, can he get onto this? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bruno Fernandes. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Bruno Fernandes has impressed me a lot. I mean, a few years ago, he was the highest scoring midfielder in Europe with 33 goals in all comps. And we aren't even talking about his assists. His record of direct goal involvement is quite phenomenal.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And it's Mainu. Played through into space.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Casemiro is there, and he can pick it up. Looking for the run. Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that flank. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Can he get onto this? Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat. It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Howson gets across to intercept that. Vinicius Junior simply refused to be outdone there.
Ah, welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
Burmo.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Bellingham. De Ligt spots it and intercepts. Casemiro. And Maguire. Martinez. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vinicius Junior. Tuanmax. Now Eder Militao. Vinicius Junior is onto it in a flash. Šeško. Pinches it off him. Vinicius Junior. It's a really well-measured ball. Bruno Fernandes. Šeško. Oh, strongly challenged there.
Well, that was well
quickly taken. Lisandro Martinez picks it up out wide. And that has been cleared. And it's Mainu. Vinicius Junior. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bruno Fernandes. was somewhat off target. It's Bruno Fernandes. A lovely feat. He's having a shot! A wonderful effort all by himself.
Bruno Fernandes certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Maguire. And Burmo. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Might be done a chance! And needless to say, that deserved better.
And Burmo deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Maguire gathers from the goal kick. Šeško. Oh, he's bustling. Šeško! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Manchester United! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Manchester United have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Now it's Bellingham. He is just caressing the ball. That is good strength. Vinicius Junior. Can he finish? And that's in. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little...
And that is indeed the final act. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So straight into the second half. And we have our very first corner. So it's going to be another corner. It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. And now they can spring out of defence. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That has been cut short. Vinicius Junior chasing after it. That pass has been well intercepted. Diogo Dalot. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Menu. Oh, nicely intercepted. Menu has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that's definitely not his best. Diogo Dalot. Casemiro. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for options for movement. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Manchester United with the lead. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Carreras. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through. Oh, super find. He's got away. There's the shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Shoots! And no mistake. Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Madrid are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Madrid cut their deficit and look raring to go. That's surely a foul. Free kick. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Madrid are down to 10 men.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8.
Two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
El dorsal
And it's Dalot.
El dorsal 12. Serán sustituidos por...
Oh, good take in a good area.
El dorsal 21. El dorsal
Carvajal.
11. El dorsal 15. El dorsal 2.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Howson. Turns back here, probably the best option. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Eder Militao deals with that comfortably.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams...
He's going for goal! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Goulet. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Goulet. And it's Arda Goulet. And here's Rodrigo, distributed tidily. Real chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's going to go a long way.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Tries a shot! And that was neither one thing nor the other.
Mateus Cunha might just be regretting what was probably the toughest of his options.
Goulet. Carvajal.
Habrá 4 minutos de
Succumbs to the
descuento.
pressure. Mount.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Plays a sharp little ball here. So, shot a goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Manchester United have their third corner. Casemiro! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Casemiro certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
The whistle's gone and the game is over. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. He's picked his way through. Romero did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
He's on it. Can he get away? Pass just lacking in accuracy. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, good-looking ball. Vinicius Junior going after that. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I can tell you that I'm a fan of this guy, Christian Romero, described by his national team boss as spectacular. I've always seen him as been brave, very aggressive defensively, but front-footed as well. And let me go into a little more detail on that, because some of the runs he makes are actually quite crazy, and there seems to be a recklessness about it and no order, and he just leaves it to whomever behind him to fill the gap. But I like that in his game.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Pedro Porro. First quarter of an hour gone. The less said about that pass, the better. One behind for a goal kick.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Looking to play him in. Colomboani! Oh, it's come off the upright. And it's João Palhinha. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. That's good play. João Palhinha. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Bellingham. That's a little off target. Maddison. That is Gallagher. Spread to the right. Good chance here! He's done very well to get to that.
Kulusevski actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Vinicius Junior. Oh, Red, nice interception. Spence. João Palhinha. Colomboani.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Gallagher. Tuanmax does really well to win the ball there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional, and he's picked out the run. And it's Maddison. Gallagher. And here's Colomboani. He's going for goal!
Colomboani made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
João Palhinha. Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Rudiger. Threads one in. He's in a great position here. Solanke! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that was very necessary. Cross into the box. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Bellingham. Bellingham. Romero cuts out the pass. That's the end of the first 45. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. Back on the way then. So the first half brought no goals. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Maddison. And they can counter here. Solanke. Maddison. No way through, so... And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, it's a chance for a shot! And he's stuck it away. Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Tottenham have penetrated for the first time.
And talk about the perfect time to score.
He's having a shot! And that's a tiny finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Spence. João Palhinha. And here's Solanke. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And it's João Palhinha. And Solanke! And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Oh, good spread. Nicely weighted ball. Kulusevski is onto it in a flash. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Pinches it off him. Kulusevski, he has found the way through. A corner it is then.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
And we have
dorsal
our
7,
very first corner.
el dorsal 8, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 10. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 21, el dorsal 6.
Eden Militao
el dorsal
is
2,
there and he can get
el
that
dorsal
clear.
15, el dorsal
Well, Peter,
11.
just see
Se
here
va a
how
llevar a cabo
a
un
lot of the
cambio de
attacking
jugadores.
players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to win.
Takes a shot! Xavi Simons. Turns back here, probably the best option. Carreras. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Out for a throw.
Cambio de jugadores.
Nice bit of trickery. Romero. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Tries to pass it through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Rodrigo is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And he's intervened well there. And it's Bentancur. Bentancur stood his ground strongly. Sarr, big chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he's been shifted off it. Bentancur. With officials showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And the counter is on. Now it's Camavinga. Brahim Diaz. Camavinga wants to run onto this. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's shifting through the gears here. Drills one in. And he's gone backward here. And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Oh, and that one's done no. And the referee brings it to a close. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. Turam! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cross. Oh, he's been caught napping. Can he finish? Goal! Inter! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Mkhitaryan. And the counter is on. Zielinski going forward. Thuram. Martinez succumbs to the pressure. Rudiger did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Zielinski. Alexander-Arnold. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Zielinski. And the shot! And it's in! They are purring, truly purring. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
So that's two now without reply. Shot a goal! Oh, what? In he goes again! And yes, it's there! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
Madrid cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, it's Mkhitaryan. Aimed beyond the defence. Mkhitaryan receives it in a wide position.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Thuram running with the ball. Bellingham. Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Looking for options for movement. He's on it. Can he get away? And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Valverde. That is a brilliant interception. Valverde ploughing through the... Can he finish? And that's a good finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Bellingham. Zielinski. Çalhanoğlu. Inter Milan do have a chance to counter here. And here's Thuram. Thuram stood his ground strongly. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Zielinski. Zielinski. Çalhanoğlu.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Akanji cuts out the pass. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Tuanmax. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Hausen. And back to the keeper.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold going after that. Zielinski. Çalhanoğlu. Now Martinez. This is a promising build-up. Damian crosses. Tries to get it clear. Look at the space here. In again. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Madrid are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. So we reach the halfway point.
I'm still trying to figure out how this is still level, Peter. I mean, 1 minute you're looking at one side battering the other, and somehow they find their way back into it. Something tells me there's going to be just as many twists in the second half too.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. The second half then, just getting going. Here's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Thuram. Damian finding himself in space. He's there and gets it away. The ball goes in. It's a goal kick. Stefan de Vrij. Mkhitaryan. And it's Zielinski. He shifted it to the flank. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Out of play for a throw. Tuanmax gets a good foot in there. Alexander-Arnold was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
He's found a way past, tries to play it through. Carreras. Zielinski. Now it's Martinez. Big chance! Goal! Inter! And they get themselves in front! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's a shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
That was some seriously slick play. Pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive movement.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Çalhanoğlu did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Mbappe! Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Tuanmax. The defender is not giving up on this. And Carreras. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tuanmax. Mkhitaryan. And it's Zielinski. Just about up to 75 minutes. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Valverde. Çalhanoğlu clears without hesitation.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 12, el dorsal 10. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15.
Madrid
el dorsal
really
21,
might just end up kicking themselves
6,
after that.
el
That could
dorsal
well have been
2,
it.
El dorsal 11. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
And it's Camavinga. Chance! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Oh, I think you could really feel his pain there. He was convinced he'd put his side level.
Camavinga.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Damian. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. A header! He will be livid with himself.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Knocks it into space. That pass just didn't quite work.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Just 5 minutes left. Shoots! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
The 1 and 2 touch football that cut through the middle was a joy to behold. Talent and technique of the highest standard.
Just eases him off the ball. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
Madrid really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Has a look and place it forward. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace, looking to pass their way up the pitch. That ball looks a good one. Oh, that's nice. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
And he's quick to snatch it back. That's that, the end. Madrid can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Vinicius Junior. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
The Portuguese do have a penchant for producing great wingers, Peter, and this fella, Rafael Leao, is another really good example. He likes to play down the middle, or he'll go to the left-hand side, wherever he can kind of get his run started. Once he finds that little bit of space, then it's all about using his pace and trickery, and he'll give any defence lots of problems.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Valverde, and he's had it nicked away. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Modric, Ricci. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Valverde with the foul. Valverde gets his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Ricci. And it's Modric.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Rudiger. And it's Ricci. It's gone out for a throw-in. Estupinian. And here's Rafael Leao.
Oh, really well played.
Estupinian gets into a good position. Rudiger clears it away. Jimenez! He's done very well to get to that.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. A header! It's hit the upright. Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
We're talking fine margins, very fine margins.
Modric. Estupinian. Nkunku. Look at this. There's the shot! No, not quite.
Jimenez clearly can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Valverde has been caught there. It's a foul. Howson. Mendy. Rudiger. He's a sharp little ball here. They get a throw-in. Alexander-Arnold. Tuanmax. It's a good run down the right. Bellingham. Rafael Leao. Now Ritchie. Great vision. That's a shade optimistic. A long ball by the goalkeeper. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And here's Nkunku. Tries to play it through. Tuanmax. And that's definitely not his best. Estupinian. Oh, that's fabulous. And no, he's seen through all of that. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Mbappe. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Estupinian. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
The ball has bounced loose now, and he's cleared it out of harm's way. Modric. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Alexander-Arnold.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Tomori. And here's Nkunku. That's very neat. Valverde. Vinicius Junior. So a temporary halt to the action. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Bellingham did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. Valverde, and the shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
He won't be happy with that one. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That looks a decent ball. Vinicius Junior is in a really good position out wide. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And it's Nkunku. Ritchie. Vinicius Junior looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Bellingham. He's found a way through. Threads one in. Oh, the ball's run, and it's come back out to him. And for sure, that was not one of his best. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Knocks it into space.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Alexander-Arnold might just make this. Howson kept his eye on it, and he's there. Vinicius Junior. Eder Militao. Nkunku. Good, strong midfield running here. Jimenez! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he couldn't finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And the finish! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Crosses it in. Tries to get it clear.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
El dorsal 5, el dorsal 7, el dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 6.
Rudiger tries to clear.
El dorsal 15.
And now they can spring out of defence.
El dorsal 4. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Aims beyond the defence. Camavinga. And it's Ritchie. And the shot! And he's stuck it away. Finally the breakthrough.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer.
Takes a shot! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Mbappe really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
And here's Mbappe.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Mbappe. And that has been knocked clear.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. Estupinian clears, taken back almost at once. Sweet feet. Brahim Diaz. Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. That's going to go a long way. Pulisic.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Pavlovic. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Madrid, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So things are underway. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Stefan de Vrij. He's a very clever central defender whose positioning and reading of the game are second to none. The way he seems to just know where a pass is headed and he steps in to make the interception, it's very impressive. He's very good on the ball too, Peter, and always looking to contribute towards the build-up play.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Vinicius Junior. This is a promising build-up. Vinicius Junior. That's an imaginative pass. And he's quick to snatch it back. Reinders. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Simons. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Reinders. That is good alertness.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And here's Bellingham. Bellingham. Good. Bellingham! And he's done it! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
El dorsal 5.
Madrid have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Weghorst. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Mbappe. And that could set him on his way. He is through here. Tries a shot! Reinders. And Madsen. Now, what about a counter-attack? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's Simons. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Simons. Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Now that's a lovely exchange. That is great defending, so alert. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And it's Simons. Gravenberg. And this is Depay. Oh, good ball. Oh, shooting chance! And again! And he's stuck it away. The Netherlands are level. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Now this could be a chance. Gravenberg. Nicely aimed pass. That's a cute ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, crossbar! They've scored! Bellingham at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And now he has two. Madrid with the lead. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time. Great chance here to level it up. And it's Timber. It's a good ball out wide. Reinders tries across. Quality ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that has not gone well. And we've reached half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Madrid are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That ball looks a good one. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Memphis Depay, and that is... He leaps for it! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post! Timber. Van Dijk. Simons. Valverde. Now it's Bellingham. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So we have movement on both benches.
Por el dorsal 6. Cambio de jugadores.
Stefan de Vrij. Oh no, what has happened here? He's found a way through. Decent chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And he's worked it through. He's on it. Can he get away? He's got away. Shapes to shoot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Not the most convincing of passes. Strong running down that left flank.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Gakpo, and it's Timber. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
The Netherlands really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their...
Big chance! Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Good play on the left-hand side here. Kluivert. Reinders. Kluivert, real chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Kluivert is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. Driving through the middle. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's intervened well there. Now it's Kluivert. And he's there to get it away. That'll be a throw-in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5, el dorsal 12,
Dumfries.
el dorsal 18,
And he goes
el
cross-field.
dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15, el dorsal 2.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Dumfries. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. The Netherlands needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's really well cleared. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And it's Kluivert. Now it's Brobby. Camavinga. Brobby. Camavinga. Very much into the last knockings. Now that's well seen too. Now it's Gakpo. Now it's Kluivert. Van Dijk. Now that looks a decent ball. And the shot! It's a goal! They have stolen level at the last! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the referee brings it to a close. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other, but it wasn't to... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. He's got away. Oh, great run, magical! And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. That could spell trouble. Now this could... Fernandez! And it's a goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Pedro Neto has it in a wide position. Pedro Neto. Oh, it's played into the area. Oh, that was vital.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Chalobah does well not to be outdone there. Fernandez. And it's Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Valverde! And yes, it's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And a trademark move ends with the... He's had a shot! And it's in! And the comeback is complete! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Madrid have their lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. This is the time you need that pace.
And he's looking to catch him up. Tuanmax wins the duel this time. Vinicius Junior. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, such a clever touch. And he shoots! And that's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So again, we have parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Santos, he's picked his way through. Courtois breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. A pleasingly open affair so far, goals wherever you look. And the counter is on. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Mbappe. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Aims beyond the defence. Shapes to shoot! And he should have made them pay.
Pedro Neto deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Bellingham plays it across.
Can he finish?
And the keeper couldn't hold it. And that's a tidy finish. Into the lead once more. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Marcó en el minuto 39.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Madrid with the lead. And it's Palmer. Now it's Fernandes. 5 minutes till the break. Fernandes. And here's Palmer. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Howson did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bellingham. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Bellingham. And they've switched it over to the other side. The final seconds now. Caicedo running with intent. Played back to the goalkeeper. Long ball by the goalkeeper. And he's intervened well there. And here's Vinicius Junior. Caicedo. Now it's Pedro Neto. And he's managed to get free. Lovely feet. And it's half-time. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Madrid leading just about at the break. It's too close for comfort. It's 3-2. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Vinicius Junior. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Santos. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. Great defending, strong and determined. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Bellingham. Great ball if he can get there. Caicedo. And it's Palmer. Spread to the right for Pedro Neto. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a little off target. Mbappe. Now that's well seen too. João Pedro. Fernandes. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Out for a throw. And it's Valverde. And here's Vinicius Junior. Valverde with 2 goals already to his name. Valverde has been caught there, it's a foul.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 7 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 21.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. This, the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Chelsea appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Cucurella. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next change here. Alexander-Arnold.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. That has been cut short. He's going for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Alexander-Arnold goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. James tries to play it through.
Chelsea really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Brahim Diaz. And he was alert to it. Just about up to 75 minutes. Liam Talat, and it's Cucurella. Liam Talat goes for a shot! Oh, good finish! It's level again! What a match we have!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Chelsea drag themselves back again.
Chelsea really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
No outsmarting him this time.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Shot a goal!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Goulet. Camavinga. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's decided to go for it. And the goalkeeper watches it past. Camavinga does really well to win the ball there.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Garnacho.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mendy. And there goes the final whistle. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Madrid can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
you